always calm before the storm.
Will it take me under?
Everybody get down!
If I ruled the world.
Imagine that.
You playing with fire.
I'm trying to protect us.
The only way to do that is to settle your debt with Duda.
Think of it as an investment.
I know how to play the game.
That's what everybody thinks until they lose.
If I ruled the world.
Imagine that.
I never should have sent a boy to do a woman's job.
If I ruled the world.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love the Shy, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today, we're going to be talking about the Shy Season 6, Jake's big mistake with Zay. We know in that Part 2 official trailer, we saw some things with Jake and of course Zay, and we know that Jake ended up getting some money from this guy based off that trailer. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's a bad move. We're going to talk about that in this video, so I want you guys to give me your predictions on what you think is going to happen. Now you guys, make sure you checked out my last video that I did on the Shy. I dropped the Shy Season 6 Part 2, the official trailer breakdown. I'm going over some of the new characters, some of the new storylines that we're going to see in this second half, and I definitely cannot wait to see it. And also, if you're a fan of Power, check out the Power Book 2 Ghost Season 4. The first look pictures are broken down as well. The show will be returning on June 7th. We know the Shy Season 6 Part 2, it will be coming back on May 10th. And if you're a fan of BMF, check out the BMF Season 3, Episode 9, What to Expect video that I dropped a few days ago, and get yourself ready for this next upcoming episode. But let's talk about the topic of discussion. Your boy Jake has decided to take some money from Zay. Well, we know Zay's going to offer him this money or whatever based off that trailer. We know Zay is talking about, think of it as an investment, right? So to me, that's not a good deal, especially with the history of the show. When things like this happen, I mean, it usually does not end well. We know what happened to Brandon and Duda, right? We know Duda was investing in Brandon, and now Brandon is not here anymore. Of course, there was some off-screen stuff that happened, but still, messing around with Duda, it ended up messing Brandon up. You know what I'm saying? We know your boy Emmett, what did he do? You know what I'm saying? He got some money from Duda, and look at him now. Stressed out. The man got PTSD. He thinking he gonna get taken out at any given moment. I mean, watch the trailer. Emmett is on one. You know what I'm saying? He cannot think straight. So this whole investment thing is the wrong move for Jake. Now, Jake believes he can control it. He believes that he knows the game. We hear him in the trailer talking about he knows how to play the game and all that stuff or whatever. And we know Victor is telling him that's what everybody thinks. They think they're going to win. They think they got it all under control until they finally lose. Now, let's just be honest. From the very beginning of this series, we know Jake was groomed to be a street soldier, right? We know that his brother Reg, he wanted him to be about this life. At the same time, he loved his brother and he wanted him to do better, but he still had him around a lot of negative things. We got Duda. He comes into the picture. He takes Jake in. He is still grooming him, but he's trying to show him slowly but surely the way to do it as far as legally and illegally, right? But that did not work out. It took for his brother Victor to come in to get him under his wing and, finally get Jake on the right path. This is why I say that Jake, he has always had some of the best character development because he was predicted to do wrong. He was predicted to be the friend that messed up between Kevin and Papa. Jake was the one that the fans believed that was going to get in all types of mess. And at first, that's what it really seemed like. I mean, all you got to do is go back and watch the first 2 seasons of the show, and you can tell that Jake's path was pretty dark and he was going to have a very, very bad future. But he hit a 180. He turned things around, and Jake is actually doing well for himself. He got his brother Victor. Of course, he's a wild at times, but Victor, he loves him and he wants to make sure that Jake stays out of trouble and that he is not involved in any illegal activity. But now, in this Part 2 of Season 6, it seems like Jake is about to have a hiccup. Jake is about to make a major mistake. The last thing that you want to do is take money from anybody that's connected to Duda, for one. On top of that, Zay is connected to Alicia as well, who I could have sworn Rob said makes Duda look like a saint, right? And we're going to see in this part 2 just how bad Alicia can get, because based off what we were seeing, she's not playing around and she's ready for the takeover. But still, Jake, you're putting yourself in a position where only negative things are going to happen. And you was doing so good. I mean, he got his own business pretty much. I mean, selling clothes, doing quite well for himself. Something that a lot of fans probably would have never predicted from his character. I mean, he's doing good. But now he's about to have a downfall and he'll have to pick himself up. The question is, how deep in the game will he get? And we know that his right-hand man, Kevin, is not going to be here. The voice of reasoning is not going to be here. The person that's going to motivate Jake to do good ain't here, right? And we know Papa, he's the same way. He's going to tell Jake what he needs to do as far as, anything positive and stay away from the negativity. But we know Papa this season, or at least in this part 2, we know he's dealing with the loss of his father. But Papa, he's also going to have a storyline that's going to involve the church, in my opinion. And he may be, too busy to be worrying about what Jake is doing. These guys, they've just graduated. So we're going to see a new type of path for each of these young men. And that's including Papa, Jake, Bakari. This is the second stage of their life. And this is a bad way to start, especially if you're going to decide to do some type of business with Zay. Zay could never be trusted. On top of that, we know Zay, he believes he's due to part 2. You know what I'm saying? Mr. If a man offers you a gift, you take it. This guy right here, Zaytoven on the beat, he got to go, especially if you got Jake out here doing some illegal activity. We know Victor, he ain't having it. Y'all know he gonna try to fix it. But Victor, he gonna be getting hemmed up by the boys in the second half. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be looking too good for him. So he may be tied up. And that means your boy Jake, he may have to handle this himself. He says he knows the game, which Jake has been around this his whole life. So being able to maneuver a guy like Zay, it should be something that Jake should be able to do just based off what he's been through. But then again, as I told you guys, Jake has hit a 180. He's not really about that street stuff, but we know deep down in his soul, it is inside Jake. It's always been there. He's been around it his whole life. So this is something that he is going to have to figure out. And I think he can. I just hope he don't get himself tied into something real deep. And messing around with Zay is one thing, but it's the people that Zay is connected to who I believe is the major problem. Now, hopefully whoever is holding this strap at Jake, hopefully it is not somebody connected to Zay. I told you guys, I believe it could be Victor, because we know he quick to grab that strap, and maybe Jake, scared him or something. I don't really know. But if it is involving anything that Zay has him connected to, I know he's really going to be regretting his decision to take money from him in the first place. And I guess the whole Gemma storyline, the stuff that she was involved in, I guess that was the least of his worries based off what he's about to go through right now. So I want you guys to leave your theories, predictions, leave it all down below. Y'all let me know how y'all think Jake is going to handle Zaytoven and what's going to happen next within this whole storyline. Now, we'll continue to talk about The Chi Season 6 very soon, so I want you guys to get ready for the videos. But I want to thank y'all once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.